She shattered college scoring records. She dragged her WNBA team into playoff contention as a rookie. She brought in millions of new viewers, and Hailey chose that moment under the spotlight to cut her. It wasn't about humor, this was about ego. This was about Hailey trying to shift the conversation back to herself. Hailey Van Lith didn't just walk across the WNBA draft stage, she walked into a war. On the biggest night of her life, she took a direct shot at Caitlin Clark and the basketball world. It hasn't stopped shaking since.
Hours to the legend. We're going to start Diana Taurasi. I'm going to bench Sabrina and cut Caitlin.
But Caitlin Clark, she was silent. She didn't clap back. She didn't subtweet. She didn't even blink because she doesn't have to. All she has to do is circle May 16th, the date she faces Hailey and Angel together on the court, the date the Indiana Fever play the Chicago Sky, and the date Caitlin gets to answer all the noise with buckets. May 16th isn't just opening night, it's Judgment Day. Caitlin Clark has been targeted, mocked, downplayed, and cut, not in silence, but on one of the biggest stages of her life. Hailey Van Lith made sure the world saw it. She didn't hide it, she owned it. But in doing so, she lit the fuse on something much bigger than herself. Others said she looked like she saw a ghost, and that ghost was wearing number 5. Therefore, fans are wondering, if Hailey couldn't shine next to Angel in college, what's going to change now? Hailey tried to stay positive in interviews. She said she respected Angel. She said she was excited. She said they have similar mindsets, but even her tone didn't match the words. On paper, they were supposed to be unstoppable. 2 top players, 1 stacked roster, but the chemistry? It never clicked. Hailey's scoring dropped. Her confidence disappeared, and by the end of the season, she packed her bags and transferred out of LSU. Therefore, when Hailey left for TCU and her scoring jumped back up to nearly 18 points per game, fans took notice. Hailey Van Lith made it loud and clear. Even though Caitlin Clark has become the face of women's basketball, she's not giving her that crown. But here's where it gets wild.
Who's going to be the next face of the NBA? We don't get to decide that. The marketplace decides that. The people have chosen Caitlin Clark.
She was remarkable on top of the fact that she had to deal with so much hate when she got to the WNBA.
She represents the new face of women's basketball. She brought millions of fans to the league. She sold out arenas that were half empty before she arrived. She's why ESPN started putting WNBA games in primetime slots. But this rivalry, it's no longer just personal, it's symbolic. Caitlin is the basketball purist, the one who lets her play speak. No drama, no excuses, just buckets of confidence. She doesn't just shoot from deep. She hits shots that make you pause the replay and ask, did that really go in? It's not luck, it's not hype, it's skill, and it's repeatable. Therefore, when Hailey cut Caitlin, it didn't just disrespect a player, it disrespected the work, the grind, the excellence, and that's why fans took it so seriously. Because Caitlin isn't just representing herself anymore.
Listen, if people want to portray and paint the narrative that there are racial tensions in the WNBA as a result of Caitlin Clark, I would say that's their own problem. I think Caitlin Clark is doing the right thing, rising above all of the crap that she's had to endure. The amount of fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player, flagrant fouls committed on Caitlin Clark higher than any other player. Caitlin Clark was worried about playing the game, and that is why she got Rookie of the Year. She was not worried about the BS.
During a start bench cut segment on draft night, the world was watching as she was asked to choose between Diana Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu, and Caitlin Clark. What did she say? Start Diana, bench Sabrina, cut Caitlin. That moment wasn't just petty, it was calculated. Hailey Van Lith made it loud and clear. Even though Caitlin Clark has become the face of women's basketball, she's not giving her that crown. Not with words, but with buckets. So buckle up. The league's biggest rivalry has just been born. And if you thought this was going to cool down, think again. This is just the beginning. And Caitlin Clark, she's already loaded the clip. It was the partnership. It was Angel Reese. But now, by fate or by design, Hailey Van Lith is right back where she started, in the same locker room as Angel. And this time, it's not college. It's the pros. It's cameras, sponsors, headlines, and way more pressure. Angel didn't waste a second. Right after Hailey was drafted, Angel posted, "Let's run it back." That might seem playful, but the internet saw it differently. Will she get the ball enough? Will she be allowed to play her game? Or will she be forced into a role that holds her back again? But it goes even deeper. During her draft night interview, Haley looked tense. Sure, she smiled, but fans weren't buying it. The clips went viral. One YouTuber said, "That's the face of someone who just got sent back to toxic hell."
Haley Van Lith smiling through the pain of returning to toxic hell. Oh, her face is like the...
With Caitlyn, ticket sales go up, viewership spikes, sponsorship deals pour in. People are watching, not because they were told to, but because she's box office. She's Steph Curry with a ponytail. She's bringing dads, moms, sons, and daughters back to women's basketball. But not everyone likes that. And that's why this rivalry has become so intense. Because it's no longer just about Haley versus Caitlyn. It's about tradition versus disruption. Old guard versus new wave. Talk versus action.
And for Caitlin Clark to have the awareness to drive the eyeballs there, you have to give her so much credit.
And she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry. When I look at Caitlin Clark, fans are tuning in to watch her.
Therefore, when Haley left for TCU and her scoring jumped back up to nearly 18 points per game, fans took notice.
Her stats. Let me roll down here to the teams. Louisiana State, 11.6 points a game. She leaves and goes straight to TCU, averages almost 18.
And here's the issue. The Sky already have Camila Cardoso, another front court star who needs touches. Add Angel's presence, and now Haley's walking into a team dominated by bigs. While Haley Van Lith and Angel Reese stirred up drama, Caitlin Clark kept doing what she always does: dominate. She's not just a good rookie, she's a generational player, and the stats back it all up. Let's start with the records. Caitlin Clark has already broken more rookie records than most players break in their entire careers. She became the first rookie in WNBA history to record 2 triple-doubles, the first player to ever win both Rookie of the Month and Player of the Month in the same month. She holds the single-season rookie record for assists, three-pointers, and double-doubles. She even owns the franchise record for the most assists in a single game as a rookie. That was Fear wearing lip gloss.
Like, I'm sorry. You've pissed off. You've done something that'll piss off the damn psycho. The Caitlin Clark has made made more all WNBA first teams than Sabrina. There's no stratosphere where Sabrina Ionescu is better than Caitlin Clark.
But here's where the stakes rise even higher. The WNBA scheduled the Chicago Sky to open their season against the Indiana Fever. That means Caitlin Clark and Haley Van Lith will face off again in their very first professional game. The storyline writes itself. Haley targeted Clark on draft night. Clark doesn't talk trash online, she talks on the court. And if history tells us anything, when Caitlin Clark takes something personally, she responds with buckets. The countdown has already begun. The memes are already flying. And the basketball world is asking one question. Did Haley Van Lith just poke the wrong beast?